So in this video, we're going to be creating the get mapping, but the get mapping to get a specific product by a specific ID. So I'm going to come down here and I'm going to create another get mapping. In this case, we're going to need to specify an ID as a pet variable. So let me go to Postman to show you what I mean. So we want to have a get mapping where we could technically specify /1, and then we get back the product with ID 1, /2, and I get back the product with ID 2. In order to do that in Spring Boot, you would have to use you would have to add an additional mapping to the get mapping. And in order to add the pet variable mapping, basically you specify it like this in the curly brackets. And in this case, I'm going to name it product ID. Now this is going to be again a get mapping, so I'll copy this just to not write it again. But instead of returning a list of all products, we're going to return only one product, and we're going to name it get product by ID. What I'm going to do now I will, in order to receive the pet variable right over here, so the one that we receive in the URL, there's an annotation for that, and the annotation is pet variable. And here we specify the name of the pet variable. In this case, that's going to be product ID. This is going to be out of type long, and it's going to be named product ID. So now when we do this get request with a /ID, it's going to get mapped to this mapping here, to this handler, and we're going to receive the ID as a field right over here, specified with the pet variable. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to say a product is going to be equal to, and I'm going to take the whole list. We want to filter the whole list and find the product that has this ID. So I'm going to say product list, and I'm going to create a stream, and I'm going to create a filter product where product, let me just, it doesn't have to be a product one, it can be just product, where product dot get ID equals the ID that we passed in the request as a pet variable. And then I'm just going to filter it. But this actually is going to have this, because it's defined already. It's gonna mess with this product that we defined here, so that's why it actually had it named differently. So let me just filter product, or let's say product found. Let's just name it. Let's actually create it an optional, because that's going to be an optional in the end. So let me just create it an optional of a product, and that's going to be a product optional. Let me just import the optional class. So this filter method, basically, I don't need double filter, but I need find first in this case. So this will return an optional back if it finds it. So if it finds a product with that ID in the list, it will find it and it will set it as an optional here. So now what we can do, we can go ahead and check and see, okay, in this case, I'm not going to do any checks right now. I'm not going to do any validation. I'm just going to go ahead and for now just return the product optional. So I'm going to do product optional.get. Now this is going to complain here. It's going to say that we're doing it without is present check. Now that's correct. Yeah, in real world case scenario, we would want to do here exception handling and maybe return some specific error message. For the purposes of this tutorial, we just want to show how to get a product by ID, so we're not going to be doing really any validation for this video. But basically, in a real world scenario, you would want to check if the optional is present there, and then if it's not there, you probably want to do some error handling specific to your business case or to the specific expected response that you want to have. But for the demonstration purposes, we're going to keep it like this right now. So we're just going to get the optional, and I'm going to go ahead and restart the application, and we're going to go ahead and test it out right now. So let me go to Postman. Let me wait for the application to start up. And now let me first get all the products. Send it's empty. It's empty because the application got restarted and everything is deleted because we're not persisting anything. So I'm going to go ahead and add one product. So I'm just going to add one product right now. Let me just go ahead and add product 1. I'm going to add product 2. So let me just do this, product 2. Let me just add another one, product 3. Let's just have a couple of more of them. So I'm just going to have a product 3. And that's it. We have product 3. So now if we go and fetch all the products, you can see we have 3 products currently here. Let's say I want to fetch the product with ID 2. So I'm going to do a /2 and I click send and I get back the product with ID 2. Let's say I want the product with ID 3. I get the product with ID 3. Let's say I want the product with ID 1. I get the product with ID 1. Now that's how you create a find by ID method to retrieve a specific product. That's going to be it for this video.